You're never going to grow on YouTube if you're not doing these 6 things.
6 months ago, I started uploading on this YouTube channel. As you can see here, my first video was uploaded around the start of October, and then less than a month later, one of my videos started taking off and I got monetized soon after.
6 months ago, I had no idea I was even going to make this channel. I had no idea I'd generate over $3,000 in revenue.
YouTube has a brand new algorithm, and sadly, people are still listening to advice that is really just outdated.
Guys, what's up? It's Moz here, and welcome back to a new video. It's been a minute since I've said that, but anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can make money on YouTube without having to show your face.
YouTube just released a brand new update to their homepage. It makes it incredibly easy to grow on YouTube right now, especially if you're a small channel.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Hello everybody, this is Retrofuge, and I'm just gonna post a little rant, you can say. I hate YouTube gurus, and I hate people who keep on fucking telling me what to do when it comes to this content creation shit. I really have grown up with the era of YouTube where people just posted what they want, and just seeing how many people just want to speak a load of dumb shit.
So here's something crazy. Right now, as you're watching this, there's a 19-year-old sitting in his bedroom who just hit 100,000 subscribers in 90 days.
About
how to grow on YouTube, how to get CTR, how to get this
viewer attention. It's all bullshit. And I always viewed it as bullshit because the vast majority of people who make it big online aren't really proper content creators themselves. And honestly, I really do think that the vast majority of people are gaslighting smaller YouTubers that if you aren't blowing up, you must be shit. And the algorithm is literally made to make you feel like it. And I don't really like this idea that everyone keeps on coming up with this stupid copium shit of why their video sucks, rather than just making what they want to make. And maybe I'm going to go out on a limb here that YouTube gurus and all these people who are telling you how to get big on YouTube don't know what they're fucking talking about. And you're going to ask, why should you listen to me? I'm supposed who just only made 2 videos. But I'm going to tell you why. You should just make what you want. You are on YouTube. And I think it's so funny when I see people go on about it's all about the creator, when a lot of them think in a more corporate mindset, which YouTube was never really about that. And it hasn't been about that for a long time. And I think this is the problem. When we see so many YouTubers who blow up over some superficial reasons, it really creates this illusion that maybe I'm not worth being a YouTuber and all that kind of stuff. And I just think that a lot of people are just being facetious when it comes to content creation. Content creation is a craft, and at the end of the day, you should make the stuff that you want to see. And I think when I hear a lot of these people who keep on giving these excuses of why their video is not doing well and worrying about the metrics, you should ask yourself, do you actually like content creation, or do you like the idea of blowing up about content creation? There's a very huge difference between the two, because the vast majority of YouTubers, I'll tell you a secret, just wanted to make content. They made what they wanted, and if they wanted to blow up, they had a plan of how they were going to. The reality is, when people like MrBeast were successful, he actually had a plan.
You just don't know what's possible until you do the research. So like our world's largest firework we launched was like basically a giant bomb. And so you don't know till you try. It's not, oh, here's the video, here's all the things I want to do, and then we make it happen. It's like you do that, and then you work for a month, you talk to submarine companies, you talk to fucking missile companies, you do your research, you figure out the things you can't do, then you have to rewrite the video. If we start working on a video now, it'll probably get uploaded in 6 months.
And that's the thing. He planned out his journey. But outside him, the vast majority didn't. They were just here at the right time, and the vast majority of them only blew up because of the timing and the metas. And when I hear like people will say shit like no one will watch Let's Plays, I honestly get visibly angry when I hear this. Not because I'm upset that they don't blow up, but more upset that people will just disregard Let's Plays just because,
oh, they're not popular.
Because everyone just thinks, oh, if you're like PewDiePie and shit, that's the reason why you make Let's Plays. You didn't make it for a small audience anyway. I grew up with the era of YouTube. Let's Plays were never popular, and I really am sick of people acting like because PewDiePie did it well a long time ago, people have this idea that you can blow up with Let's Plays too. PewDiePie was a weird exception. Because Let's Plays before PewDiePie were looked down upon and people didn't respect them. In fact, people used to mock us every single time. I remember when I went to school, people used to literally would mock me for watching Let's Plays. But now everyone watches a Twitch streamer. Everyone watches a commentary channel. And people who sit on their ass just talking about shit. And that's the thing about YouTube, which I always found funny, is that the vast majority of people who give this advice of how to blow up on YouTube if you're a small YouTuber will never consider the fact that people literally blow up over the most stupidest shit.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Hey, it's Fred and I'm so freaking excited! The reason why is because today at school I put my name in the run for class president!
Okay, if things were really about viewer retention and doing things in a niche, why is there so many commentary channels clickbaiting and doing the same shit? Why is there so many MrBeast clones? And especially, why can I still play Minecraft and somehow blow up when I'm literally doing the same type of shit that another Minecraft tuber did years ago? And then, why would, if it was all about the reputation and all that shit, why can I still blow up due to my personality? And I'll tell you why. Because all the metrics you hear are bullshit. No one knows what they're fucking talking about. These people are literally into YouTube because they want to escape their shitty 9 to 5 job. And let's be honest, that's the vast majority of people. Every single time I see people who are up and coming wanting to be YouTubers, the first thing they say is how much money they can make from it, how much they can get by, and be like, oh, I've lived this shitty life, so therefore YouTubers make my escape. And that's retarded. Very, very retarded. And until people grow the fuck up and stop using YouTube as a coping mechanism to go through shitty life and just get a real job and just fucking do something else, then this is never going to stop. When I play... Oh, no, not play. What am I talking about? When I watch YouTube, I watch it for the content. I try to interact with the community. And you know what lot smaller YouTubers do? And I'll tell you a secret. They don't even interact with their community. Or interact with communities either. Like, the vast majority of YouTubers who used to blow up had some sort of community. Why do you think there were so many collaborations back then? I always wondered if people actually grew up with an era of YouTube where everyone thinks everyone is an island. They blow up in isolation. When the vast majority of YouTube and the internet in general was all about collaboration. So when I see a smaller YouTuber always begging like, why am I not blowing up? And seeing these freaking subreddits be like, we are there to support smaller YouTubers, when most of it is just, hey guys, why are my metrics bad? And then someone just shits on you. And it's like, and then they'll do, oh, I'll support your channel because you're crying on a post, and then they'll never watch you again because it's very clear that they're only pity watching you. They don't like your content. And I really hate this. When I post my videos, and especially my second video, I didn't have the impression that it would blow up at all, because if you actually look at my subscriber count, which looks big in hindsight, you start to realize that it's actually quite artificial. And you know why? Because I made a tutorial video 3 years ago, which gave a lot of my subscribers. So people actually thought I made tutorial content. When the reality is, I just kind of made it on the whim because I couldn't find any other resources for what I was doing. I don't do programming that much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that's the point. It's like one of those things when I see this, it's like when you look at the numbers that you get on your YouTube channel, it's always going to fluctuate. And when I made my top 10 video of, well, it's not really a top 10, it's more of a top 8, a platformer video anyway, I kind of had the impression that, like, because my genre is so niche and I'm such a relatively unknown channel, the idea of it even getting 100 views was kind of impossible. I mean, if it does, that'd be great, but considering how small my channel is, I don't really care about it that much. I was able to enjoy the process, make the videos I want to make, and I can finally live out that YouTuber dream that I always wanted since I was younger. And I think this is how you should live out YouTube. If you enjoy Let's Plays, make Let's Plays. If you enjoy making some random cooking videos, make some random cooking videos. The whole idea of YouTube is making what you want, and if you get an audience, that's a bonus too. I think also the issue is that the vast majority of people who start out don't want to have a community. I'm just going to be real. How many of you actually interact with content creators like you? And if the answer is you don't interact that much, maybe that's your issue. And I think that's the problem with a lot of YouTubers these days. They always go on about metrics, helping each other, and all that kind of dumb shit, which doesn't really happen. But instead of interacting with the community that they cultivate, people are going to blow up for random reasons. I mean, there's people who literally cry on camera and they blow up. There's people who go on how the world is shit every 10 seconds and they blow up. They all follow metas. And then people are like, why do they blow up? Well, that's because everyone feels a certain way. Like, look how many people who talk about 9 to 5 is dead. Like, no one has ever talked about it before. But yet people are still going to watch that shit. How many people are going to talk about how to blow up on YouTube? And still watch it? Because the reality is, the vast majority of people who grow up on YouTube, who want to be big on this on this platform, I guess, don't actually care about the YouTube journey. They don't care about the craft. Sometimes your videos aren't going to blow up with the amount of effort you put in. Sometimes your thumbnail is the best and no one's going to watch it. Being a smaller YouTuber isn't that much of a big deal anyway, because I don't know why some people want this much attention from YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I know why, because everyone wants to use it as a coping mechanism to escape life. They don't want to work. They think if they magically were to work on YouTube tomorrow, all the problems will go away. And we have heard horror stories before where people don't even enjoy working on YouTube. So why does people still want to work this really volatile job despite everything? And especially when they hear how bad YouTube is going right now, it's like, it's really counterintuitive just to see this. It's like, I want to work for a platform that doesn't respect the creator, but at the same time, I want to skip my 9 to 5 job. Which one do I choose? I'll choose YouTube, apparently. And I think that's retarded. And I think a lot of these gurus need to stop selling you this fucking dream to sell courses. A lot of the time, when I see this type of stuff, my blood boils because I know these guys aren't content creators. Neither are the people who give you all this quote-unquote advice when they're probably just guessing as much as you are. Your packaging is important for the thumbnail, guys. Okay, there's a lot of interesting thumbnails. Why am I going to click on yours? Just because you just made it interesting? Oh my god. And then it's like, you can just click. People just used to clickbait anyway. So it doesn't even matter how good your thumbnail is. Have you just ever thought that people just won't want to watch a smaller YouTuber? Maybe have you thought that people just don't want to watch content that is from an up-and-coming channel? Because copying someone else and copying a meta doesn't really guarantee you success. Making content that you want to make and sharing with others will. I mean, for fuck's sake, why do we have a fucking share button if you're not going to share your video? That's the whole fucking point. And that's the point of YouTube. Waiting for YouTube to blow you up and people to recommend you is stupid when we literally have a means of sharing your content already. And people hate self-promo, but I'm going to be honest, I'd rather have people trying to promote their channel sometimes rather than just sitting there just waiting for people just to watch their stuff. Do I watch smaller YouTubers much? No. And I don't even watch bigger YouTubers either. I mean, I don't really watch YouTube much in general because I have other things to worry about. So I don't really care about blowing up on the platform. I make what I want to make. I'm living out the dream. And even if that dream is small, I'm still going to continue making content. And this is just something that I want creators to take away from this. Make what you want to make. And if people want to watch you, they will watch you. And if they don't watch you, don't take it as a bad thing that they don't want to. It's just simply, not everyone is made for success. And it's okay. And no one is owing you that success. It's just a platform. It's a creative platform. It's a social media. Worrying about metrics and making money off the platform is really what kills it for me. Because if I start making money off YouTube, would I feel any better about my life? Not really. I just make money making videos and then I have to worry about not burning out. How's that fucking fun? Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is Retrofuge. I'm going to make other videos. I just wanted to get off my chest because I'm really sick and tired of these idiots taking over the platform, and people don't care about content creation anymore. They just want to make money off it and just be like some big wig. But the reality is no one gives a fuck about content creation. So I kind of want to change that personally and just make the stuff that I want to see. And yeah, that's the thing. If you are making content which is already someone else's content but with your spin, I would recommend just making something that is more original and just something that you want to see. Okay, I'll ask you a question, right? What is on YouTube, or not on YouTube rather, that you want to see that you can't find. And if you can't find it, make that video. Because I guarantee it will probably do well regardless. And if it doesn't, who cares? That means you're developing your own brand. Simple. I was going to do the meerkat thing, but whatever. See you later.